Viking Plays Airport Madness World Edition. We're in the middle of a world tour, and we seem to have gotten hung up in Honolulu. Not a bad place to hang out for a little while. This is actually the third episode that includes Honolulu, because I restarted once, but now it's going really, really well, and I don't really want to quit because I'd like to break a record of some 177,000 points. Got a ways to go. Don't think that's going to happen, truthfully.
Starburst 952 on the pushback. Blue Star 126 on the pushback.
Slamjet 561 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right.
Blue Star 187 runway 08 right.
Blue Star 512 cross runway 08 left.
Big Jet 110 request taxi.
Starburst 929 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right.
Big Jet 658 runway 08 right. Budget 476.
Most tedious aspect of Honolulu is getting all these crosses to 08 right.
546 request taxi. Blue Star 546 on the pushback.
It's not like I'm
Starburst
complaining or anything.
216 will land runway 04 left. Big Jet 412
I just keep wondering when I'm going to have a plane come in here that I don't see,
runway 08
have it
right.
crash into one that I direct there.
412 on the pushback. Big Jet 110 runway 08 right.
Starburst 524 request taxi. Budget 476 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right. Starburst 524 on the pushback.
Starburst 559 request taxi. Blue Star 126 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right.
Blue Star 546 runway 08 right. Big Jet 412 runway 08 right. Starburst 216 request taxi.
Blue Star 512 slow down.
Well, I slowed him down because I didn't think that this plane would go directly to 04 left.
Starburst 524 runway 08 right.
Slamjet 561 on the pushback. Blue Star 546 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right. Slamjet 160 request taxi.
Blue Star 126 will land runway 04 left.
Slamjet 160 on the pushback.
Starburst 559 runway 08 right.
Big Jet 412 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right.
Fluidity. It's a beautiful thing in an airport.
216 cross. Runway 08 left.
Big Jet 917
It's the new Tenacious Viking
taxi.
Airport Madness World Edition
Blue Star
mantra.
187 request taxi.
Fluidity.
Blue Star 187 on the pushback.
Slamjet 561 runway 08 right. Big Jet 1.
We're building traffic in Honolulu.
04 left.
Seeing if we can break the record of 177, my record of 177,000.
112 on the pushback.
Slamjet 160
This is the fifth of the 8 airports that
08
we're
right.
going through.
658 request taxi.
Failed miserably at
412
the rest,
runway 04
but
left.
you know, it was fun.
524 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08
You're gonna
right. Big Jet 658 on
If you're
the
gonna
pushback.
loiter at an airport,
Blue Star
might as well be
126
Honolulu.
on the pushback.
Big Jet 917 runway 08 right.
Starburst 952 request taxi. Starburst 952 on the pushback.
Blue Star 546 will land runway 04 left.
Blue Star 512 runway 08 right.
Starboard 524 will land runway 04 left. Big Jet 658 runway 08 right. Budget 476 request taxi.
Big Jet 110 on the pushback.
Starburst 559 will land runway 04 left. Blue Star 512 cleared for takeoff. Runway 08 right.
Big Jet 412 on the pushback.
Starburst 952 cross runway 08 left.
I really don't know why I'm getting away with having everything land on 04 left.
04 left.
and everything take off on
Big
08
jet
right.
110 runway 08
I don't remember
right.
it being that
Blue Star
predictable,
546.
I guess.
Request taxi. Blue Star 546 on the pushback. Slamjet 561 will land runway 04 left.
Blue Star 187 will land runway 04 left.
Starburst 929 on the pushback. Blue Star 126, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Big Jet 110, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Starburst 524 on the pushback.
Starburst 559, request taxi. Starburst 559 on the pushback.
Blue Star 546, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 512 will land, runway 04 left. Starburst 929.
No plane standing still.
Runway 08 left.
Everything moving.
Slamjet 160, request taxi.
Trying to
Blue
sneak
Star
in now from the side and
will land, runway 04 left.
Slamjet
get past me.
561, request taxi.
Cause a crash. See, here we go now.
561 on the pushback.
Blue Star
Gotta do some
126,
speed adjustments for
speed
that
up.
dumb Concord.
Starboard 952, slow down.
Blue Star 187
Used to like
on the
Concords. I thought they
pushback.
looked cool and stuff, whipping in there, but
Starburst
now they kind of annoy
524
me because they mess up my
runway
timing.
08 left.
And they're
Blue
stealthy
Star
little buggers.
546, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right. Slamjet 160, runway 08 right.
Big Jet 658 request taxi. Big Jet 658 on the pushback.
Blue Star
I get almost as
512,
tense
request
doing
taxi.
this as I do in a first-person
512
shooter.
on the pushback.
Slamjet 561.
See, there's one that
cross,
sneaked in on me that I
runway
didn't
08
see.
left.
On 08
Slamjet
left. Fortunately, I didn't have a plane
561,
crossing.
runway 08 right.
I don't know where he
Blue
came
Star
from.
187 runway
Oh, right there.
08 right.
That's where they're
Blue
coming
Star
from.
126, request
Stop
taxi.
it.
Big Jet 412 will land runway 04 left. Slamjet 160, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 126 on the pushback.
Budget 476 cross runway
No.
04 left.
Don't you try to sneak in on me, little booger.
Will land runway 04 left. Big Jet 110 on the pushback.
Blue Star 512, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 187 cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Starburst 929 will land, runway 04 left.
Starburst 524 will land, runway 04 left.
Starburst 952, runway 08 right. Blue Star 126, runway 08 right.
Big Jet 917 on the pushback. Budget 476 request taxi.
Slamjet 160 will land runway 04 left.
Blue Star 187 will land, runway 04 left.
Big Jet 412 on the pushback.
Blue Star 512, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right. Starburst 952, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 546, request taxi.
Blue Star 126, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right. Starburst 929, request taxi.
Big Jet 917 runway 08 right.
Starburst 929 on the pushback.
Slamjet 561 will land runway 04 left.
Starburst 524 on the pushback.
Big Jet 110 cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Budget 476 runway 08 right.
Starburst 952 will land, runway 04 left.
Slamjet 160 on the pushback.
Starburst 929 cross, runway 08 left.
Blue Star 187 on the pushback.
Blue Star 126 will land, runway 04 left.
Big Jet 658 on the pushback. Starburst 524 runway 08 right. Budget 476 cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Slamjet 561 on the pushback.
Blue Star 187, runway 08 right.
Starburst 92.
Not talking much because I'm afraid of making a really dumb mistake now.
Blue Star 512.
I might anyway, but
Starburst 952. Request taxi.
if I talk too much, I surely will.
512 on the pushback. Starburst 952 on the pushback.
Especially if I get too proud of myself.
HF 658, cross runway 08 left.
Blue Star 126. Request taxi.
Slamjet 561, runway 08 right.
Starburst 524, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right. Blue Star 187, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 512, runway 08 right.
298 planes moved. Yeah, I forget to pay attention to that statistic when I'm doing building traffic. I'm just too focused on the score.
559. Request taxi. Starburst 952. Runway
That's
08
unfortunate.
right. Starburst.
Those little white planes
559
coming in
on the
there,
pushback.
I don't see them.
Starburst 929
kind
will
of
land. Runway 04
annoying.
left.
HF 917 on the pushback.
Blue Star 126. Runway 08
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Blue Star 512.
He's
cleared
coming in
immediate
fast.
takeoff. Runway
Holy cow.
08 right.
Big Jet 412, request taxi.
No.
Blue Star
More left.
187, will land, runway 04 left.
Big Jet
Not giving myself
110,
enough time
runway
to
08 right.
Budget 476.
recover from an
request
oops.
taxi.
Blue Star
Which
126.
concerns
Cleared
me.
for takeoff. Runway 08 right.
Sometimes the plane doesn't take my command, and I need time to recover from that.
Will land, runway 04 left. HF 917, runway 08 right.
Slamjet 561.
I'd be perfectly happy to land planes on 04 left and 04 right at the same time, but I haven't had to because they're not coming in that fast.
524, will land, runway 04 left.
Starburst 929. Request taxi.
Big Jet 110, cleared for takeoff, runway 08
Here
right.
comes another one.
Blue Star 126. Will land. Runway 04 left.
Big Jet 412, runway 08 right. Slamjet 160 on the pushback.
Blue Star 187 on the pushback.
Blue Star 546, runway 08 right.
HF 917.
Oh, what else is coming in? Okay, we have a 08 right. To change to 04
Starburst
left.
952. Will land. Runway 04 left. Starburst 9.
It's real intimidating to me when World Edition came out to have to, to be able to change which runway a plane landed on because I put a whole new responsibility, whole new option to confuse myself.
Starboard
mainly.
524 on the pushback. Blue Star 187, runway 08 right. Budget 476, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Starburst 559. Will land. Runway 04 left.
HF 658, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 546, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 187, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Starburst 216, will land, runway 04 left.
Starburst 952 on the pushback.
Starboard 524, cross runway 08 left. Starboard 524, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 126. Runway 08 right.
Big Jet 110, request taxi. Big Jet 110 on the pushback.
Big Jet 658, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right. Budget 476, will land, runway 04 left.
Starboard 559 on the pushback.
Slamjet 561, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 187, will land, runway 04 left. Big Jet 917 on the pushback.
Slam jet 160 will land runway 04
More
left.
planes, keep them coming.
Starburst 216, request taxi. Big jet 110, runway 08 right. Starburst 216, on the pushback.
Big Jet 658 will land runway 04 left. Big Jet 658, speed up.
Starburst 559, cross runway 08 left.
Big jet 412, on the pushback.
Big Jet 917, runway 08 right. Budget 476, request taxi.
Starburst 952, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Budget 476, on the pushback.
I'm liking Honolulu. Don't get me wrong. That's not why I'm quiet. I'm quiet so I don't mess something up accidentally
Starboard
here.
524, will land runway 04
It's called
left.
concentration. Y'all should try it sometime.
0, request taxi.
Starburst 559, cleared for
Is that
takeoff,
too mean?
runway
I'm sorry.
08 right.
Big Jet 917, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Slam jet 160, on the pushback.
Budget 476, runway 08 right. Big Jet 658, request taxi. Big Jet 658, on the pushback.
Every once in a while I have this moment where I go, wait, what am I supposed to be doing here now?
Will land, runway
Otherwise I'm in the
04
zone.
left.
Slam jet 561, on the pushback. Big jet 110, will land runway 04 left. Big jet 412, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right. Blue Star 546, will land runway 04 left.
Blue Star 126 on the pushback.
Budget 476, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Slam jet 160, runway 08 right.
Starboard 524, on the pushback.
Starburst 559, will land, runway 04 left.
I'm trying to remember if
Blue
this is
Star 512,
actually how I did
request
this
taxi.
before.
Big Jet 917,
Or if I,
will land runway 04
luckier
left.
or
Blue
just
Star
better.
512 on the pushback. Starburst 952, request taxi.
Slam jet 561, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
I don't know.
Starburst 952 on the pushback.
Big jet 1.
Well, for one thing, I now know you can send 3-4 planes off in a row and they won't run into each other as long as they're not
Big jet
Concords.
110, on the pushback.
Blue Star 512, runway
That makes a
08
difference.
right.
Blue Star 546, request taxi.
Starboard 524, runway 08 right. Budget 476, will land runway 04 left.
Starburst 559, request taxi.
Slam jet 160, will land runway 04 left.
Big Jet 917, request taxi. Big Jet 917, on the pushback.
Starburst 952, runway 08 right.
This is a
Big
long
Jet
game when you
658, will
go
land
over
runway
100,000
04
points.
left.
Big jet 110, runway 08 right. Big jet 412, request taxi. Slam jet 561, will land runway 04 left. Blue Star 546, runway 08 right.
I'm tempted just to end this and move on to another airport since this is a world tour, but
Blue Star
I
187,
wanna
request
see-
taxi.
see if I can really break the record.
929, will land,
I don't know.
runway 04
Fun to
left.
try.
Starburst 559, runway 08 right. Starburst 929, speed up.
Starboard 524, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Slam jet 160, request taxi.
Big Jet 917, runway 08 right.
Blue Star 126, will land, runway 04 left.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look
Big
good.
jet 412, runway 08 right.
Okay, hopefully he'll make it
Big Jet
and not get run
658, request
into. Oh, good, they went off my screen. Ooh, I didn't think that they would
Big
be
jet 110,
that close. I'll need to wait a little bit
runway 08
before I
right.
send something behind these small planes, I guess, huh?
Blue Star 546, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Big Jet 917, cleared for takeoff, runway 08 right.
Starburst 929. Request taxi.
Starboard 52.
Computer's getting behind, and I have a feeling it's gonna mess me up here pretty quick.
8 on the pushback.
Starboard 929 on the pushback. Starboard 952. Will land. Runway 04 left.
All right, we're out of time again, so we're gonna come back and finish up Honolulu next time, one way or the other. I promise. Thanks for joining me for Tenacious Viking playing Airport Madness World Edition World Tour, and we'll get back to the rest of the world next time.